Our final guest this week is having an outstanding season as a wide receiver on the Notre Dame football team. Sophomore Equanimeous St. Brown is Notre Dame's leading receiver this season with 37 catches for 683 yards and 7 touchdowns. He comes from a fascinating and athletic family, and his parents believe in challenging their sons on and off the field. To that end, Equanimeous is enrolled in the nation's top undergraduate business school, Notre Dame's Mendoza College of Business. We are pleased Equanimeous is able to spend some time with us this week before heading off with his teammates to Jacksonville to take on the Naval Academy on Saturday.
How's it going, kid? I'm doing great. Made it over here? Yep. A little bit lost? A little bit. Hey. It's a big building. As a former receiver, I'm always curious. I know I've talked to Tori about this a little bit, but I miss Coach Denbrock's room. Is he still the same in that room, or?
Yeah, he never changes. I don't
never
think he
changes,
ever will.
huh?
Yeah.
It's still fun. I mean, I remember the days of just kind of hanging out in there, watching film together, getting work done. But at the same time, he takes care of you guys.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's a great guy.
We work much harder over on the defensive side.
I don't think so.
There's no way. You have certainly come on the scene in a big way this year. Ranked 22nd nationally in receiving TDs, 29th in receiving yards, 27th in receiving yards per game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. To what do you attribute sort of this emergence of you as the number one receiver?
I think it just comes down to hard work, you know. I came in freshman year, you know, learned a lot from the older receivers that left. But I think there's a lot of room for receivers to step up, and I just took on one of those roles to step up for the team.
You mentioned the learning from the guys who were here. We lost a lot of talent last year, including the guy you sort of tutored under, Will Fuller. Mm-hmm. Do you and Will keep in touch?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, we're friends on Snapchat. Every now and then, you know, we'll exchange a Snapchat here and there.
And what did you take away from your time watching him?
I've learned a lot. You know, it's a big transition to come from high school to, you know, D1 football. So there's a lot of new things you need to learn. You know, it's too much to explain right now, but he helped me a lot.
As, you know, one of the big playmakers, you go from one of these younger guys to, you know, standing next to Tori, helping some of the even younger guys on the field. Kevin Stephenson, some of those guys. What do you do to kind of lead them and teach them at the same time as, you know, you're perfecting your game?
You know, I think that it comes to, you know, I have to step up as a leader. You know, I need to speak up more. Leading by example is a big thing. You know, they see what you do and they try to copy it. So it's a big thing to lead by example. That's what I try to do.
We go from one set of challenges last week in a great game where we beat a very tough Miami team to a very different dynamic this week playing Navy. How's the we talk a lot about how the defense has to shift gears. Mm-hmm. How's the preparation different on the offensive side?
I think offensively we need to be more efficient. You know, every time we touch the ball, we need to score points because Navy's offense, they're going to kill time off the clock. You know, we're going to get limited possessions, and it's going to be crucial to score points on every drive.
So a big role in that is going to be obviously you and also Deshaun. Has there been any differences you've seen in Deshaun from last year to this year? Because he's had an unreal year as well.
Yeah, he's a great quarterback, you know. I don't think there's a big difference, you know. He's still doing his thing out there, you know, being accurate, running the ball, you know, and leading his team. So it's been a pleasure, you know, to catch balls from Deshaun. He taught me a lot.
You guys must have be developing quite a connection. Do you sort of know what he wants you to do on a play? I mean, we're beyond running the route you're supposed to run. Do you sort of get a sense from working with him, okay, on this play, I need to do this?
Yeah, I think, you know, running even freshman year, you know, freshman camp, I was second string, he was second string, so I think that helped a lot too. So subconsciously, I think I know where the ball's going to be sometimes, you know, if I need to shorten my route or keep it at his length, you know, I think I know where the ball's going to be at times.
Does that come from just time? You know, I never had that thing with the receiver. Tommy Reese was my second string guy that I worked with a lot. But does that come with time on the field or in the film room?
I think it's time on the field, you know, catching and throwing the balls, you know, building that chemistry.
Yeah.
That's when you build, you know, that confidence in your quarterback and his confidence in me.
The sophomore year in Mendoza can be incredibly challenging. Mm-hmm. How are you doing balancing it all?
It's difficult, but, you know, you'll find ways. You know, you just gotta, after practice, get a tutor if you're struggling in the class, and you know, just put in extra work.
Now, you are multilingual, French and German, is that right?
Yes.
I was just going to say, I didn't know.
How did this come to be? Did you live in those countries?
No. So, well, my mom's German, so my first language growing up was German. And originally we wanted to go to an all-Spanish school because we live in Southern California, and, you know, Spanish is a big language down there. But they didn't have one in my area, so my mom found an all-French school. So I went to an all-French school from kindergarten till 6th grade.
Your siblings are still out there, right?
Yeah.
Are they in the same?
Senior and junior in high school.
Oh, okay, awesome.
And are they multilingual as well?
Yes.
Well, and can you stay fluent? I mean, do you need to engage to sort of keep that sharp?
Yeah, German is much easier because I only speak German with my mom, so I continue to speak German. French, I'm probably going to take some more French classes because I haven't spoken French in a while, so I need to keep that intact.
Yeah, I was trying to get the online version of the tutor from Sarge, since I didn't really have much going on this summer. I was thinking about picking up another language, but didn't end up happening.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that great line from North Dallas 40, a football movie you guys have probably never seen, where a guy's not playing particularly well, and the coach says to him, "Do you know how to speak Canadian?" Meaning you're about to get to the Canadian Football League.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
not fluent in the real languages. Mentioned your family. Tell us a little bit more about it.
I have two younger brothers, senior and junior at Notre Dame High School. They're having a great season right now. I think they're undefeated. My dad was a bodybuilder, ex-bodybuilder, so that's where, you know, I learned my drive and got my passion for sports. You know, coming from an ex-athlete, so he helped me a lot in the weight room. You know, get me prepared for the college level of football. So that's
Now, is Mater Dei still one of the top high school teams in the country?
Yeah.
I know everybody's arguing in the locker room about who has the best
high school.
high school. Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I didn't go to Notre Dame, but they go to Notre Dame.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Schmidt will be writing
I
in
know.
here.
Trust me, that's the only reason I knew.
Don't invite this. Yeah.
That's the only reason I really knew,
Yeah.
because I just got the updated rankings from Schmidt the other day through.
Oh, what's Notre Dame?
I don't know. I think they're top 5 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's all. It doesn't really matter.
Now, the senior brother is headed to Stanford. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Obviously a lot of success in this family at those two institutions. Do you think about playing them next year? What that'll be like?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely got some talk from him when I went home after the Stanford game. We're definitely going to beat him every year he's there, so I don't have to worry about that
now
anymore.
that he's on the team.
Yeah.
It's
No,
shut
but
down.
he's been a Stanford fan growing up, so it wasn't any surprise to me. You know, I wish he'd come here, but it's also his decision, so I got to honor that, and I'm happy for him, even though he's going to lose against us. But
What were some other schools you were looking at?
I was looking at Stanford and USC.
Okay.
Yeah.
And ended up here. Why?
I felt like Notre Dame, you know, they wanted me more, and I thought the education was a great fit for me, and the offense as well, being a receiver. So I felt like I was wanted here, and that they were going to utilize me to the best of my ability. So that's why I committed here.
There you go.
Well, we're lucky you did, because you are certainly producing to the best of your ability and having an awfully great impact on our program. So thanks so much for all you're doing and all the success you're achieving on the field. Good luck this weekend. We look forward to having you back.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, we'll be back in a minute.